You know, the average person sees like 3,000 ads a day. But what we're talking about today is just how it affects us seeing all these messages. I have a cool slide here to show you guys. Now, these are some pretty flowers and trees. Probably most of those we can't identify. Does anybody know what any of those are there?
The white one is the rose.
The white one is the rose? Yeah, the one on the bottom. That looks like a magnolia to me. But we don't know those, right? But if we look at this, are there letters here? This is the alphabet. Are there things we recognize here? Which ones do you recognize? One at a time, please. What's it?
The T is for the top thing.
The pen? Yes.
The E is for echo.
Echo? Yes. Kool-Aid? Yes. Yes.
And R is for
Reese's? What do you think?
the Oreo.
Oreo? Yes.
The C is for,
Yes. Icy? Okay. M&M's? Is that what were you going to say? What do you say? Lysol? Yes, honey? We don't even have to see the whole word. This is how much advertising affects us, because we see these so often that we don't even have to see the whole word or the picture or know what the item is. We can see a letter from the label and know what it is. That's pretty powerful. Like say you're watching
a movie, someone drinks a Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
A lot of times companies will pay the producers of movies to use their products,
so
like in movies. So it's like a commercial, but it's not. It's kind of like a
y'all know on that Sunset commercial.
end around.
Money makes you happy?
But money is just a means to get something else, right? So if you had money, a pile of it, but you couldn't do anything with it, it really wouldn't make you happy.
What if,
Am I correct?
What if
So,
you had a pile of money, but you didn't have a family and you didn't have any friends? Would you be happy? You wouldn't be happy? Okay.
No.
What's your answer? What makes you happy? Huh? TV makes you happy? Well, what if you had TV and nobody else? Would you be happy? If you didn't have any friends, and you didn't have a family, and you didn't talk to anybody, and all you did was watch TV?
yeah. No,
You wouldn't have anybody. If TV is what makes you happy, what if that was all that you had? You wouldn't be a happy person. When you guys watch TV, some of the shows, some of the commercials, do they make you feel good about yourself when you're watching them? Do they make you feel bad when you?
Some people couldn't say if it was the treatment for your face stuff, some people have really bad. I was like, I'm good that I don't need that.
Well.
But if you did, though, you might be like,
You make a point there, though, because, not when you're young, you have nice skin. As you get older, it gets, some people have sorts of things that are important. Commercials are telling you that your zit is going to that everyone's just looking at your zit. And that you better get rid of that, because if you don't, then you are, that you're somehow a bad person by having that. That's not what makes us valuable people. What we want in our lives are relationships. We want to have self-esteem. We want to have confidence in ourselves. We want to be able to have freedom to do the things that we want to do and have messages that tell us that we can do anything. There are the images that you see of blacks on the news. Do you guys watch any of the news?
Yeah.
What do you assume from the news?
Like they some kind of bad,
Right.
but they make them be presented like that or what they do.
Well, I would say that the news people who are doing the story decide what they're going to show. And I think that they choose to show blacks in their neighborhoods that are bad people, that are criminals. And that's not what we all are, right? We are good people. There are bad people in every segment of society, no matter what color you are. But what I'm talking about here are media images that portray a group of people as all one thing. They hold stereotypes. You guys know what stereotypes are?
Yes.
Somebody tell them what a stereotype is?
ideas about certain race that are, caused by, media.
Sure, it could be like a thought you have about anybody, okay? You see a guy walking down the road, and he's, you know, kind of scraggly looking, you think, oh man, that's just some old hillbilly. But he may be like a professor somewhere you don't know, or some other guy you think he's, or anything like that, where you assume like something about a person without having, knowing them personally or anything.
A lot of different things about money, about what kind of person you are, if you have a lot of money or you don't have a lot of money, but these things are irrelevant. And what I'm talking about is, you know, when we see images of blacks, it's hard to watch TV as a black person and really feel good about yourself sometimes, because of images of blacks as thugs and gangsters and criminals. And so when you're repeatedly shown messages like that, sometimes you think that's how you're supposed to be. And it's not, and other people think that's how you're supposed to be, and that's not the way it's supposed to be. What we're here going to talk to, what David is going to talk to you about today is taking some media in your own hands. When you're watching TV, or when you're looking at a magazine, or watching a movie, you need to look at the images that you see and consider what the message is trying to say to you and what it means. So many things like this. You guys didn't think that advertising was that powerful, but you saw one letter from a logo, and you knew every single one of those. So that means a lot. So we have to start questioning the messages that we see on billboards and in magazines. You have an Ebony right here. And it's easy to just open up to a page here, and we see an ad for hair color that says that the color is going to reveal the fabulous in you. Well, your hair color has nothing to do with how good of a person you are and how fabulous you are. Your behavior, your actions, and your words should show what kind of person you are and how fabulous you are and that you're a good person, not because you used a certain product to color your hair or you used a lipstick that makes you look rich, that says this lip color feels as rich as it looks. Well, lip color doesn't make you rich. Having that doesn't make you equal to anybody else or make you special in any way, but it wants you to think that it will. What'd you say? It's just lipstick, you're right.
June. I kind of, after all my experiences in the city, seeing what I saw, seeing what people see from outside the city, if you watch the news, you turn on Channel 7, Channel 22, just like what Audrey said, what do you see? Shootings, shootings, shootings. If I walk down the street, if I watch the news, I would think, I better hurry up. Someone's going to shoot me.
I watch the news every day.
Yeah.
They only have one good part about it. They say all the events that's going on, but they don't really say anything that's, like, about something good about the neighborhood. Like, they always, like, say that some man got shot or they got in a car crash.
Right. You know, what you guys can do, what you can be inspired here to think about is recording a day in your life, recording things in your neighborhood that you think are good. Interview people that you think are smart and have something that's important to say. You know, it's easy to put videos on YouTube. You can contact us and, you know, we can put stories on Dayton Informer and let your voices be heard about what's important in your life. Things that you don't see on the news or on TV. Things that are real.
Use media
for good.
To a lot of times embarrass powerful people into doing what's right. You guys have an interest in journalism, student journalism, civic journalism. If you have someone in your neighborhood who you think that person's hilarious, they need to be like interviewed, or that person's a good person. Check us out at DaytonInformer.com. You got a cell phone and you can email a video. We've ran several. User-made, or people who are out in the community made their own stuff. If you wanted to highlight certain, you know, we had a guy made this video like about the bus stop on Wayne Avenue, covered with malt liquor bottles, just everywhere. Yeah, it was a total mess. And he did a video on it. Hundreds of people saw it. The city cleaned that up.
Things that make you happy for real, like a park, like a person. a family, something that you've accomplished, that you've done something good for somebody else. Those are the things that make us happy. Those are the real things that we have control over that can make us happy.